Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to your October 2016 Tarotscope reading with me, Lara Lee. So, how did you guys make out with Mercury retrograde? I know that it just recently ended. Thank goodness for that. It was definitely a doozy. But I have to say, and I've been saying in all my videos, that I'm very appreciative of this last round of Mercury retrograde, as it helped me release a lot of things that I needed to release. And because I released everything, I feel a greater sense of freedom. So I hope that you guys really made out well with Mercury retrograde and survived, hopefully, because sometimes Mercury retrograde has the tendency to feel like a swift punch to the gut, leaving us breathless for a good 2 minutes. So let's get down to the details. This month I'm going to be using my new tarot deck, the Golden Thread Tarot deck. It is a lovely, environmentally friendly tarot deck, very small, easy to shuffle, and as you can see, it has golden thread foil on it, hence the name Golden Thread Tarot. And for the added guidance card, I'm choosing from the Vintage Wisdom Oracle deck. I like it because it has a very romantic feel, and I love everything vintage, and I thought it would be very appropriate considering I'm using a New Age tarot deck. Kind of like a little bit of a play on, but, you know, I thought it was cute. So, let's get started. The first card I drew for you is the Magician card, and I really do love this card because it incorporates all of the elements of the zodiacs and all of the houses for the minor arcana. So you have the pentacles, the cups, the wands, the swords, and then it has earth, air, wind, and, well, earth, air, water, fire. Sorry. But it's a lovely card, and it's also a card of manifesting and universal energies and things like that. But it's a powerful card because it is a major arcana card, and it has tons and tons of energy. So when this card comes into play, it's saying that you are making higher and better use of your power. It's a symbol of new beginnings, high expectations. It is a very positive omen, a positive card. Hope you guys can see this. It's hard with the foil. It also says that we have the power to make a difference in our lives and the lives around other people as well through our actions. It's also a card of synchronicities, signs from above. In relation to work, if you have questions about work, look for improvements because you will be seeing improvements in work. It's great if you're looking to find a new job, or if you work in a particular type of job where you have to find jobs in order to do your jobs. Like say you work in construction and you're looking for new jobs for your construction business. If you are a promoter, you should have new opportunities to promote new things coming your way. Different things in that end. It's also a good symbol that now would be a great time to ask for a raise because you're more inclined to receive one during this period. And in general, it's just saying bigger, better things are coming for you. You're manifesting new opportunities in all spectrums of your life. Very powerful energy. As far as love, if you're single, this is a good sign that you're going to be meeting somebody new. And if you're in a current relationship, your relationship will be rising to new and higher levels. And of course, for money, it is on the upswing. So all in all, this is a very positive card, high energy. Use it to your advantage to manifest something magical. Okay, Scorpio? So the next card I pulled for you is the Emperor, and it is another major arcana card, high energy, high power. The Emperor speaks of practicality, being rational. He is one that uses his intellect and has a very practical way of approaching different situations. He could be a stern older man. Generally, he is the fatherly type. He's about domination of mind over heart, and sometimes that's not wanted, but when this shows up, it's saying that sometimes it's needed, that you need to think rationally and practically. He comes into play when you have hard choices and hard decisions to make. He's about the need to focus and concentrate. This could literally mean that an older, kind man will be coming into your life or is in your life, and he is somebody you can ask for practical advice, especially if you're dealing with these hard decisions and you need to make a decision. He comes into play, and he's somebody who has the wisdom and knowledge, who has been there, done that, and will steer you in the right direction. He's very kind, practical, methodical, but on the downside of this can symbolize some frustration and a need to take a practical approach to some issues you may be facing. But like I said, if this symbolizes an actual person in your life, he is one that can teach you without even trying. Just who he is a very teacherly type person. If this symbolizes a man who is your father, it could be causing you some frustration because he's trying to teach you some lessons that he thinks are lessons, and, you know, it kind of gets on your nerves, causing you to get frustrated. But just know that as frustrating as he may be, he has a lot of the answers because he's been there, like I said, and he's done that. So listen to what he says, but try not to get frustrated. And at the end of the day, you are responsible for making your own decisions, okay? So make sure that you just take what he says with a grain of salt. And if this is not symbolizing an actual person, this is the energy you need to tap into for these hard decisions that you have to make. You have to take a practical approach. If you have to, get a piece of paper, write the pros and cons, or write down how you feel. Because I know sometimes when I'm having a hard time making decisions or untangling my thoughts, my guides are forever telling me to keep a journal, to write how I feel, because I will be surprised at how I feel when I start writing. And it never fails, because when I start writing, I realize, oh my God, I didn't know that I felt that way. And it makes things more clear, because when we're upset, our mind is like a tangled ball of yarn with a crazy, erratic cat in the middle trying to claw at it as you're untangling it. Okay, so if we're putting it in perspective with this here, what this is telling me is that you have all this high energy, because these are both major arcana cards. And remember that major arcana cards don't have a set of cards underneath them like a minor arcana. Like the Pentacle suit, there's all those cards in the Pentacle suit, but yet there is only one Emperor and there is only one Magician. So this is high, super high energy coming at you. And sometimes when there's a lot of energy involved, it's easy for us to kind of slip off track and get lost in our thoughts. We're embarking on this new beginning, this new way of being. We're manifesting a lot of good stuff for ourselves. We're trying to harness this power to make this new life. And with that comes decisions that we have to make, and we're not sure what to do. That's when you need to channel this energy here. This energy is high, but it's also very practical, very rational. It does things in a traditional way. It does something, it makes decisions based on wisdom and thinking things through. Okay? So, and also if you need help, again, remember, ask an older man that's been there, done that, your father, an uncle, somebody you know, a work colleague. Don't be afraid to ask for help. There's true strength, as my guide says, there's true strength in acknowledging that we need help and asking for it. There's no shame in that. Okay, so the last card that I pulled for you, and I'm so happy that you got this card, because it shows that even though we hit this patch where we're trying to make decisions and we're trying to feel our way, but we're trying to have a balanced approach between mind and heart, that in the end we come out on top with the beautiful Ten of Cups card. This is the epitome of happiness. This is happiness in all spectrums of our life, happiness in family, work, relationships, social engagements. It's a general well-being of all the people you care about, all the people that you think of from day to day and say, I hope they're okay. This says not only are you happy, but everybody you love and care for is generally well. it's also a symbol that you are on the right track. Don't stop. And don't rest on your laurels. Keep going and put in the necessary work to stay on track and to continue your flow of abundance. So look at all this here. I just want to recap because I like recapping and I want people to really truly understand the cards and the energy, most importantly, that comes with these cards, because cards are just cards, but these cards, when I channel them and I shuffle, they carry with them energy. It's a vessel for energy. So high major arcana energy, the magician coming into play. We're channeling all this high energy to manifest all the elements in our life. The pentacles, the cups, the wands, the swords, earth, air, wind, and earth, air, fire, and water. I keep saying that. All the elements of our life. We're channeling it to manifest abundance. Then we're taking in this balanced approach, we're using that energy wisely and maturely. And as a result, we manifest happiness. Not just happiness for ourselves, but for everybody we love and care for. It's beautiful, beautiful spread. And the guidance card that I chose, or the one that came out in the deck, it pretty much flew out. I honestly, I cannot make this up, and I tell people that are skeptical, I'm like, you really can't make this up. It goes so perfectly with the deck. And I'm the kind of person, I shuffle till the cards actually fly out. Or unless my guide says, stop, take the top card. And this came out on top. New beginnings. Look at that. Look how she's happy. She's lifting up the baby. She said yes. New beginnings, and babies symbolize new beginnings, new projects, new life. So all these things that are happening in October are for your highest good. And they're not only going to bring you happiness, but everybody around you is going to benefit, especially when you're happy and you're living your life with purpose and direction, and you're putting meaning into everything you do. Everyone around you benefits because your vibrations are being raised. And I tell people a lot of times, when my vibrations are high and I'm sharing myself with the world, people's vibrations get raised too, because they're around me and they say, you know what, I want to be like that. I want to do things like that. And it benefits everybody. It's like what I always say, a small ripple, a tiny ripple in still waters, it reaches out there. It gets everybody. One drop can make a ripple and it can affect everybody. Be that drop in that still water. Make that ripple. Live with passion. Scorpio. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I mean, because it's a pretty damn good reading, I'm not gonna lie. But I hope you enjoyed it. If you would like a personal reading with me, please check out my information in the description box. As always, please like, share, comment to let me know how you made out, and subscribe. I have a lofty goal of reaching 500 subscribers. I'm trying to get myself out there and to get my messages out to the world. So if you enjoyed it, drop me a line, let me know. But until the next video, I wish you nothing but the best, the biggest hugs, and greatest blessings. Till next time, Scorpio. Ciao.